All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I'm Sarabjit Kaur and with me is Saira Mujtaba. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to unveil the Statue of Equality in Hyderabad today. Kerala government to reopen schools and colleges in phased manner beginning Monday. Theatres, gyms, yoga centres and swimming pools allowed to function at full capacity in Karnataka. India's COVID vaccination coverage crosses 168 crore 92 lakh mark. Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi's nephew Bhupinder Singh Hani remanded to Enforcement Directorate's custody till February 8th. 2 terrorists killed in an encounter with security forces in Srinagar city of Jammu and Kashmir. And in cricket, India to lock horns with England in summit clash of ICC Under-19 World Cup in West Indies today. As the number of COVID-19 cases is rising fast in several parts of the country, we appeal to our listeners to be vigilant and to get fully vaccinated and help others, including children between 15 and 18 years, get vaccinated. With the new Omicron variant of coronavirus causing concern, please continue to follow these 3 simple steps to stay safe. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact National Helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit Hyderabad today. He will visit the International Crops Research Institute for the Semi-Arid Tropics campus in Patancheri, Hyderabad, and kickstart the 50th anniversary celebrations of the institute. In the evening, the Prime Minister will dedicate the Statue of Equality in Hyderabad to the nation. The 216 feet tall Statue of Equality commemorates the 11th century Bhakti saint Sri Ramanujacharya, who promoted the idea of equality in all aspects of living, including faith, caste and creed. More details from our correspondent.
A Vedic philosopher and social reformer, Ramanujacharya was born in 1017 at Sri Perumbudur near Chennai in Tamil Nadu. Ramanuja revived the Bhakti movement and his preachings inspired poets like Annamacharya, Bhakt Ramdas, Tyagaraja, Kabir and Mirabai. He wrote 9 treatises known as the Navratnas and also authored numerous commentaries on Vedic scriptures. Ramanuja liberated millions from social, cultural, gender, educational and economic discrimination with a foundational conviction that every human is equal regardless of nationality, gender, race, religion, caste or creed. His greatest contribution is the propagation of the concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means all the universe is one family. He travelled across the country for propagating his ideas of social equality and universal brotherhood. He spoke of universal salvation through devotion to God, compassion, humility, equality and mutual respect. Ramanuja also appealed for the protection of nature and its resources like air, water and soil. Ravi Kumar, AR News, Delhi.
Mr. Modi will also visit the identical recreations of 108 Divya Desam that surround the Statue of Equality. In Kerala, schools and colleges will reopen in a phased manner as COVID transmission signals a downward trend in the state. Regular classes for students in 10th to 12th standard will resume on Monday, when colleges will also reopen. Education in kindergartens and class 1 to 9 will restart on 14th of this month. The COVID review meeting held yesterday also decided that only those international travellers showing COVID symptoms need to undergo testing and observe 7-day mandatory quarantine. Sunday lockdown will continue with eased restrictions. Entry in places of worship has been restricted to only 20 persons. Meanwhile, Kerala yesterday reported more COVID-19 recoveries and slight fall in daily caseload. The state recorded 41,037 recoveries and 38,684 fresh cases. The test positivity rate dropped to 32%. The state recorded 28 more COVID-related fatalities, taking the cumulative toll to 57,296. At present, Kerala has 3,66,120 active cases.
In Karnataka, theatres, gyms, yoga centres and swimming pools have been allowed to function at full capacity. The decision was taken at a meeting chaired by Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai with Health Minister, senior officials and Technical Advisory Committee representatives. Health Minister K. Sudhakar said the decision has been taken after considering the current COVID situation and the rate of hospitalization, which was 5 to 6% in January, coming down to 2% now. He said those going to theatres should wear masks compulsorily and food items will not be allowed inside the cinema hall. Health Minister said 2-dose vaccination is mandatory for those entering theatres, gyms, yoga centres and swimming pools. Gujarat has reported 6,097 new cases of COVID-19 infections in the last 24 hours. 1,985 new cases were recorded in Ahmedabad, while Vadodara recorded 1,215 new cases. The state has 57,521 active cases at present. Out of these, 248 patients are on ventilator support. 35 patients lost their lives due to COVID-19 yesterday. Meanwhile, 2,34,350 doses of COVID vaccine have been administered in Gujarat. The total number of doses of vaccines administered in this state till now has crossed 9 crore 92 lakh mark.
India's COVID vaccination coverage has crossed 168 crore 92 lakh mark. The Union Health Ministry said over 94 crore 76 lakh vaccine doses have been administered as the first dose and more than 72 crore 72 lakh vaccine doses given as the second dose. It said more than 42 lakh vaccine doses were administered yesterday. The ministry said more than 1 crore 43 lakh precautionary doses have been administered to the eligible beneficiaries so far. Over 4 crore 87 lakh children have received the first dose and more than 45 lakh second dose of COVID-19 vaccine till date. The recovery rate is currently at 95.39%. The process of filing nominations for the 6th phase of assembly elections in Uttar Pradesh as well as the second and last phase of polling in Manipur began yesterday with the issuance of notification. Polling in this phase will be conducted on 3rd of March in 57 assembly constituencies of Uttar Pradesh and 22 seats of Manipur. Senior BJP leader and Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath filed his nomination yesterday. Mr. Yogi Adityanath is party candidate from Gorakhpur city seat, which will go to polls in the 6th phase. Uttar Pradesh is going to polls in 7 phases. Scrutiny of the papers was taken up yesterday for the 4th phase of assembly elections in the state. Thursday was the last day for withdrawal of candidature for the 3rd phase in Uttar Pradesh and the single-phased polling in Punjab, which will go to polls on 20th of February. Meanwhile, the high-pitched electoral campaign is going on for the first 2 phases of the 7-phase assembly elections in Uttar Pradesh and also for the single-phase polls in Goa and Uttarakhand. The second phase of election in Uttar Pradesh and single-phase polling in Goa and Uttarakhand will take place on 14th of February. The first phase of assembly elections in Uttar Pradesh will be held on 10th of February.
In Uttar Pradesh, only 4 days are left for campaigning for the first phase of polling, which will be held on 10th of February. Electioneering is also gaining momentum for the phases of elections as well. More details from our correspondent.
From door-to-door canvassing, virtual appeals and small meetings, political parties are making their bid to garner support of the public. Senior BJP leaders including JP Nadda, Rajnath Singh, Yogi Adityanath, Keshav Prasad Maurya, Swatantra Dev Singh and Smriti Irani will campaign for party candidates at different places in the state. MP of Aam Aadmi Party, Sanjay Singh, will campaign in Hapur, while President of AIMIM, Asaduddin Owaisi, will also campaign in the district. BSP Supremo Mayawati will address a public rally in Saharanpur district. Meanwhile, 627 candidates are left in fray for the 3rd phase of elections, which will be held on 20th February. Yesterday was the last date for withdrawal of nominations for this phase. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
In Goa, campaigning for assembly polls has intensified. Stalwarts of various political parties, including the BJP, Congress, Trinamool Congress and Aam Aadmi Party, are addressing a series of election meetings to garner support of electorate. Goa will go to polls on the 14th of this month. Our correspondent reports that the ruling BJP and main opposition Congress are claiming full majority in the upcoming elections in the state.
Senior BJP leader and Chief Minister Pramod Sawant said there would be no fractured mandate and that BJP would form the next government on its own. Mr. Sawant exuded confidence that the minority community is strongly rallying behind BJP ahead the assembly elections. He said the party has given 12 tickets to candidates from the minority community and they are getting good response. On the other hand, senior Congress leader Rahul Gandhi said the party has not given tickets to defectors and the Congress has given tickets to new people this time. Mr. Gandhi claimed that Congress will form government in Goa with full majority. AAP convener and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal accused Congress of helping BJP from its government from time to time, saying that people come to Congress, become MLAs and are transferred to BJP. TMC Chief Mamta Banerjee said people of Goa had made up mind to change BJP government in the state. Krishna Kumar Lal, AIR News, Panji, Goa.
In Manipur, 9 candidates filed nomination papers yesterday for the forthcoming elections. Till today, 19 candidates of different political parties submitted their nomination papers for the first phase election to be held on 27th of this month. More details from our Imphal correspondent.
On the fourth day of the filing of nomination for first phase election in Manipur, 9 candidates of different political parties submitted their nomination papers. In Imphal East District, 5 candidates filed their nomination paper including Minister of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, Thoksom Satyabrata of BJP from Yaskul Assembly constituency. His rival candidate, Huidrom Brikamjit of NPP, also filed his nomination paper. In Imphal West District, Deputy Speaker of Manipur Legislative Assembly and BJP candidate K. Robindro filed his nomination papers from Mayang Imphal Assembly constituency. From Thamaiben Assembly constituency, the sitting MLA K.S. Joy Kishan filed nomination paper on JDU ticket and his rival candidate Jotin Waikhom of BJP also filed nomination paper from the same assembly constituency. JJ Thoksom, AIR News, Imphal.
You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to unveil the Statue of Equality in Hyderabad today. Kerala government to reopen schools and colleges in phased manner beginning Monday. Theatres, gyms, yoga centres and swimming pools allowed to function at full capacity in Karnataka. India's COVID vaccination coverage crosses 168 crore 92 lakh mark. Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi's nephew Bhupinder Singh Hani remanded to Enforcement Directorate's custody till February 8. 2 terrorists killed in an encounter with security forces in Srinagar city of Jammu and Kashmir. And in cricket, India to lock horns with England in summit clash of ICC Under-19 World Cup in West Indies today. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर।
8700014242।
Welcome back to the morning news. Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi's nephew Bhupinder Singh Hani has been remanded to Enforcement Directorate's custody till February 8th. He was arrested by the ED on Thursday night following day-long questioning in illegal sand mining case. Hani's arrest comes after Enforcement Directorate conducted raids at the premises of Hani and his associates at multiple locations in connection with money laundering and illegal sand mining cases. During the raids, the ED seized more than 10 crore rupees in cash, gold worth above 21 lakhs and a Rolex watch worth 12 lakh rupees from the residential premises of Bhupinder Singh Hani. In Jammu and Kashmir, 2 terrorists were killed in an encounter with security forces in the Zakura area of Srinagar city this morning. Police said the slain terrorists belonged to LET-TRF. One of the killed terrorists has been identified as Ikhlaq Hajam, who was also involved in the recent killing of Head Constable Ali Muhammad at Hasanpora in Anantnag. Incriminating materials like 2 pistols were recovered from the terrorists.
Minister of Law and Justice Kiren Rijiju has said the government is committed to filling the vacancies in higher judiciary following due diligence and the well-laid procedures. Answering questions in the Lok Sabha yesterday, Mr. Rijiju said there are various factors involved in the process, including the collegium's decisions. As our nation celebrates the 75th year of independence, a series of events is being organized by the government as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. To commemorate the occasion as a Jan Utsav, All India Radio News brings its listeners a special quiz on India's freedom movement and its glorious history. The quiz is being conducted every Monday and Tuesday in Morning News. The next question of Amrit Mahotsav quiz will be shared with listeners on Monday. And now, let's listen to our special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
In today's episode, we remember freedom fighter Ramesh Swamy, who died on 5th February 1947. He was a prominent freedom fighter in the erstwhile state of Bharatpur.
A teacher in Bharatpur, Ramesh Swamy became an active member of the Bharatpur Praja Parishad in 1937. He took part in mobilizing the people for responsible government and travelled to all parts of the state to organize Satyagraha against the Bharatpur ruler. In May 1939, he took part in the Bharatpur Praja Parishad-led Satyagraha and was detained. In 1942, Swamy participated in the Quit India movement in Bharatpur state and was arrested under the Defence of India rules and imprisoned for some time.
In February 1947, Ramesh Swamy participated in the anti-Begar movement in Bhusavar and other places in Bharatpur state. During the protests, he, along with others, was denied entry in a bus to reach where? The scene of an outrageous police action. As a protest, the Satyagrahis lay down in front of the bus to stop its movement. Under the order of the police, the bus drove on, mowing the Satyagrahis underneath. Ramesh Swamy and many others were crushed under the bus and died on the spot on 5th February 1947. We salute the great martyrs.
वतन पे जो फिदा होगा, अमर हो नौजवां होगा, रहेगी जब तलक दुनिया, ये अफसाना बयां होगा.
We also remember the Jaintia freedom fighter U. Giri Dalui, who was martyred on the 5th of February 1862. Head of a region in the Jaintia hills, Giri took a leading role in resisting the British armed forces, which were trying to occupy his native Shrangpang village in Meghalaya.
The imposition of house tax, income tax, and ill treatment of the Jaintia people by the British was creating unrest in the Jaintia region. The Jaintias rose up in arms to keep the British administration at bay forever. Giri, along with his warriors, fought valiantly and attained martyrdom. We salute the great Jaintia freedom fighter.
We also remember prominent classical singer Jyotika Roy, who died on the 5th of February 2014. She was a favorite singer of Mahatma Gandhi, who used to listen to her bhajans every day before his prayers. Hailed as the Adhunik Meera, during the pre-independence days, she was popular for her Meerabai bhajans like Ghungat ke Pat Khol and Pag Ghungru Bandh Meera Nachi Re.
Pag Ghungru Bandh Meera Nachi Re, Pag Ghungru Bandh Meera Nachi Re.
Roy's first performance for AIR came when she was only 7. Qazi Nazrul Islam was her first mentor. In 1946, Gandhiji asked her to perform just before his speech in Calcutta during the troubled days of communal tension in Bengal. On August 15, 1947, Jawaharlal Nehru had requested her to keep on singing even after the end of her 15-minute slot till he unfurled the flag. Besides Hindi and Bengali, she also sang in a number of other languages like Urdu and Tamil. We salute the great Indian.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
हमारा देश आजादी के 75वें साल का जश्न मना रहा है और इसकी झलक अनेक जगह अनेक आयोजनों पर दिखाई देती है, लेकिन सबसे अधिक इसका प्रभाव दिखा इस वर्ष के 26 जनवरी परेड यानी राजपथ पर। विशेषकर अचंभित कर दिया बीएसएफ यानी बॉर्डर सिक्योरिटी फोर्स की जाबाज महिला टुकड़ी ने अपने मोटर बाइक पर किए करतबों से। सीमा भवानी एक ऐसी महिला टुकड़ी जिनके आत्मशक्ति, आत्मबल और देशभक्ति का जज्बा उनके कारनामों में स्पष्ट दिखा। आकाशवाणी के संवाददाता आनंद श्रीवास्तव ने इन साहसी महिलाओं से बातचीत की, जिसे हम 2 भाग में आप तक पहुंचा रहे हैं। उनकी बातें, उनके अनुभव, उन्हीं की जुबानी आप सुन सकेंगे शनिवार और रविवार यानी 5 फरवरी और 6 फरवरी को रात्रि ठीक 9:30 बजे। Basant Panchami and Saraswati Puja are being celebrated in different parts of the country today with religious fervor and traditional gaiety. People, especially students, worship Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom and knowledge, on this occasion. President Ramnath Kovind has greeted people on the auspicious occasion of Basant Panchami and Saraswati Puja. In a tweet today, the President wished that the arrival of spring brings happiness, prosperity and good health in the lives of people, and Goddess Saraswati illuminates everyone's life with the light of knowledge. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has greeted people on the auspicious occasion of Basant Panchami. In a tweet, Mr. Naidu said, Basant Panchami heralds the arrival of spring season, and on this day, devotees worship the deity of wisdom and learning, Goddess Saraswati. He wished that may Goddess Saraswati illuminate people's lives with knowledge, creativity and prosperity. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has greeted people on the occasion of Basant Panchami and Saraswati Puja. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said, wishing everyone a very happy Basant Panchami and Saraswati Puja. He said, may the blessings of Ma Sharda be with one and all, and may Rituraj Basant bring joy in everyone's life.
And now news from sports. In cricket, India will lock horns with England in the summit clash of ICC Under-19 World Cup at Sir Vivian Richards Stadium at North Sound in West Indies today. The match will begin at 6:30 p.m. Indian time. In the semi-final match, Captain Yash Dhul's brilliant century helped India beat Australia by a huge margin of 96 runs. The Indian team will play the final match of the tournament for the 4th time in a row. In the other semi-final match, England gave a thrilling 15-run defeat to Afghanistan using the Duckworth-Lewis method.
Revenue Secretary Tarun Bajaj has exhorted Indian industry to speed up new investment in manufacturing, as well as the concessional tax rate of 15% has been extended by a year till 2024 in the Union Budget. He said there is a sunset clause on the special dispensation of concessional 15% tax on companies setting up greenfield manufacturing facilities, and therefore the government encourages businesses to set up before the sunset date. The Revenue Secretary was speaking at virtual post-budget conference organized by ASSOCHAM. He also shared the optimism about the tax buoyancy as the economy is on the path of recovery. He also said that the new corporate tax regime is settling down as more and more companies are exhausting their exemptions and moving towards the lower rate of 22%.
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has said that e-passports will be rolled out in the country in the next 6 months. Answering questions in Lok Sabha yesterday, the minister said chip-based passports will make the process of international travel by Indians a smooth affair.
And now let us take a look at the weather forecast for today. The national capital Delhi is likely to have dense fog. The temperatures will vary between 6 and 19 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have mainly clear sky. Chennai will have fog or mist in the morning and partly cloudy sky later. The temperatures will vary between 22 and 32 degrees Celsius. Kolkata observed minimum temperature of 14 degrees Celsius and a maximum of around 24 degrees. Srinagar will have partly cloudy sky, becoming cloudy towards the afternoon. Temperatures will hover between 1 and 10 degrees Celsius. Jammu, the minimum temperature was 8 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be around 15 degrees. Leh is likely to witness partly cloudy sky. The minimum and maximum temperatures will hover between -14 and -2 degrees Celsius. Gilgit, the temperatures will hover between 2 and 14 degrees Celsius. Muzaffarabad, the minimum temperature was 5 degrees Celsius and the maximum will be around 17 degrees. Visakhapatnam, minimum temperature 21 degrees Celsius, maximum will be around 29 degrees. Bengaluru is likely to witness mist. Hyderabad will have fog in the morning and partly cloudy sky later. Imphal will have generally cloudy sky with a few spells of rain or thunder showers. Guwahati, the minimum temperature was around 11 degrees Celsius while the maximum will be around 18 degrees. Gangtok will have generally cloudy sky with few spells of rain or thunder showers.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. With a decline in COVID cases, schools to reopen step by step from Monday in Delhi, informs the Pioneer. With the MP asking for a A category citizen status, OSC refuses Z category security a day after attack, headlines the Asian Age. In a bid to hold social media and OTT platforms more accountable for content, open to stricter social media rules, says government, writes the Indian Express. In some respite, coal set to weaken its grip in 2 days, informs the Times of India. With winter slowly paving the way for upcoming summer season, beer, soft drink companies expect summer to slake thirst for sales, writes the Economic Times. And finally, wife of decorated Galwan brave clears key army test, on track to begin career as officer, writes Hindustan Times.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to unveil the Statue of Equality in Hyderabad today. Kerala government to reopen schools and colleges in a phased manner beginning Monday. Theatres, gyms, yoga centres and swimming pools allowed to function at full capacity in Karnataka. India's COVID vaccination coverage crosses 168 crore 92 lakh mark. Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi's nephew Bhupinder Singh Honey remanded to Enforcement Directorate's custody till February 8th. 2 terrorists killed in an encounter with security forces in Srinagar city of Jammu and Kashmir. And in cricket, India to lock horns with England in summit clash of ICC Under-19 World Cup in West Indies today. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.